Special thanks to Cary Imports. They are a dealership here. It is their vehicle, and if you're interested in purchasing it, all their information will be in the description box below, like it always is. This particular vehicle has about 45,956 miles on it. Get this bad boy out on the road here. Very smooth transmission. I appreciate that very much. But we're going to test out the performance here in a little bit. Let's talk a little bit more about the C6 Z06. So the normal C6 alone is phenomenal. I love that car. It already has like 400 horsepower, but this being the Z06, it gets the 7-liter 427 motor in it, the V8, and this thing produces 505 horsepower and about 475 pounds-feet of torque. When this car first came out, people were constantly comparing this thing to supercars, the 430s, the the 4GT, stuff like that. And this was remarkably cheaper than any of those cars, and it's still, right now, this thing is like, what, 28 grand? There is no greater like supercar, sports car bargain than that. Everything about this, like as a, driving utensil, this car had everything going for a proper engine. Cops galore around here, so I can't go too crazy with it, but the power is so effortless in this car, it's not even funny. It just pulls in every gear. What a machine. Anyway, like I was saying, it has everything going for it. The motor, the brakes, the chassis, the suspension. It uses everything that you need. The exhaust sounds amazing. It's very difficult to see out of this thing, but dude, this thing hooks. It just goes. Really great motor. Love that. It's got the titanium rods and all that good stuff. It's got the short and long arm, like double wishbone setup for the front and rear. Actually, it utilizes that double wishbone suspension setup, very superior chassis setup, and just makes it like a super rigid driving experience. But unlike the new C7 Corvette, this is a little bit more tossable, a little more loose, if you will, and I really like that about this car. This thing gets some serious eyeballs from everybody, for sure. I mean, the noise is one thing, but the looks of this is by far very exotic looking. Hugs corners extremely well. Very smooth transmission. I love this 6-speed manual transmission. It's very good. The comfort of this car is tremendous. Like I was mentioning before, it has that double wishbone suspension setup. It has like that leaf spring thing in the rear, so you'd think it's very unrefined, but it's truly not. It does a great job in giving you an excellent ride. This does utilize a stiffer suspension over the standard C6 Corvette, so that's something you have to keep in mind. Great steering feedback. Love it. This thing just darts around effortlessly. It's such an easy car to drive. You do have to get used to the blind spots in this thing, though. It's not terrible. I think this is still easier to see out of than the C7 Corvette, but I love the haunches. I love the way you see out of this thing. I will say, the refinement in terms of creaks and rattles and stuff like that, that's not quite there, because it does tend to creak and rattle a little bit near my knee area. But other than that, though, for a GM product, this has held up extremely well. Obviously, it only has like 45,000 miles on it, but I'm just saying, even over some of these rougher bumps, it's doing a pretty good job of soaking it up, first of all. So that alone, it's not like a complete rattled out piece of garbage interior. This is actually held up extremely well. Thing only weighs like 3,100 pounds. So that was a lot of the benefits of them using very exotic materials, aluminum construction of the chassis, magnesium, the titanium rods in the engine bay, of course. I mean, into a very low curb weight, comparable to like the Ferraris and all that of back in the day. But this is definitely that like daily driver, supercar, sports car for normal people. And this V8 though, this is just a dying breed. This is just something that you will not get in today's cars. This glorious sounding V8, you know, much like that Trans Am, that's what gives it character. Obviously this is not like loud and ridiculous like that Trans Am. It just has a nice little Corsa exhaust, and it sounds good, but it's not you know, obnoxious in any way. It's a quality sound that this vehicle has. And we are about to check out the handling here in a little bit. Let's see what this bad boy's all about. Fantastic chassis. Does a great job gripping the road. It will slightly get sideways on you, but it's really not bad as a whole. It's really controllable because the chassis is great. The tires are super wide in this thing, like 325 wide tires in the rear. So it's got plenty of just mechanical grip. So it's not, you know, you have to like really be in like dangerous weather conditions or whatever to really go crazy with this thing. But as a whole, this is giving me a lot of driver confidence in this thing. And honestly, in some ways, I kind of prefer driving this to the C7 Corvette. As ridiculous as that sounds, I just like the more loose, more playful nature that this car has. The C7 is far more rigid, far more like over capable. You know what I'm saying? This is like perfectly capable for the road. I would even say this is a little bit more fun than a new Camaro. Yeah, you had to do something really stupid to get this thing out of hand. Yeah, just for normal street driving, this is a ton of fun. There's plenty of road noise and tire noise though with this thing. That's you can't really escape that, but is what it is though. Even when it goes out of hand, you can easily catch this thing. It just has too much grip. It handles way too well for you to like completely spin out of this thing. So despite like the road noise, the tire noise, stuff like that, I still think you can easily daily drive this due to the comfort aspect of it. You're gonna see in the interior segment, like very large people can actually fit in this car. The clutch is very light, so it never feels like it's a workout, if you will. I know some like high horsepower cars, they have like insanely you know, heavy clutches for like no reason, well, because it's like high horsepower, but this is like perfect. Everything about this driving wise is great. So I mean, is the thing fast? Of course it is, but I just love it's most importantly, you appreciate the way that the power comes on this thing because it's a big fat naturally aspirated V8. It's not like, it has way more character than the 6.2 liter V8s that they use now, because I don't know, something about the 7 liter, it's just far more fun to ring out than the new Vet. I don't know, it just has way more character, and that's what I really like about this thing. Brakes are great, of course. Turn in, just everything handling wise is great. The only thing I didn't really like, of course, is like the slightly creaky interior and bits of road noise and tire noise, but as a whole, driving wise, this is one of the most fun cars you can ever get for the money, like hands down. So something you have to appreciate there. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about the interior segment here in a bit, so we can go over how it's kind of laid out, the practicality, all that good stuff. All right, now that we are parked, let's talk about this interior. So a lot of people, they like to bag on GM products for like their cheap interiors or whatever. I'm not going to lie, usually in their sporty like cars, they have a better interior usually. They actually hold up a lot better. Like that Trans Am, that's like over a 20-year-old car, you know what I'm saying? But it's held up extremely well. And this C6 Corvette, it's no different. Yeah, I did mention a few creaks and rattles here and there near like my knee area, but as a whole though, it's not a complete joke. I would rather have this than the 911s, than some of these supercar things. I mean, this is just So much fun. It looks amazing, gets a lot of attention, and this interior, you don't really buy a sports car for the interior. I mean, you do, but like you don't. You can't complain because of the price point of this thing, right? But it's not as bad as some of the, like, I was in a Cadillac DTS with like 100K miles. That was atrocious. This is not like that. This is tolerable. Has some nice little features here and there, you know, like the electric seats, of course, to move it, you know, like forward and back, so that's good. It has like the telescoping steering wheel, which is great. Not too many buttons or anything like that, just the ones that you need, like the volume control and the track selection thing has that. But you have to keep in mind, it's an 07 car, not too much tech and stuff going on. It does have a little screen though with the nav. I don't know if this is aftermarket or what. No, it's not. It's the one that like flips out, and then like you put the little CD thing in there. So no, this is all original. It does come with the Bose audio system, which is pretty clear. You know, it's a pretty clear one. It's a good audio system, especially for 07, so I don't mind that. So that's pretty good. This car has that option. Climate control completely separated from the screen. Even has heated seats for the front two seats. I mean, it only has 2 seats, but I'm just saying. Nice little Z06 embroidered on the leather seats here. I love these seats. Much like that Trans Am, actually has very nice plush seats. You can do hella miles in this thing, and it's going to be tremendously comfortable. It's never a fatiguing experience driving this car, so that's great. Really appreciate these seats for that. Also, they definitely hold you in. I mean, it's not like a bucket seat, but like, you know, it has a nice blend of like sport and comfort, so I like that. You have the one touch down window switches, but you have to actually hold them up to bring them back up. It's not double pane glass or anything like that. Would be nice if this thing had it, because it would be a little bit more refined, but whatever. You do have automatic headlights in this thing, which is great. I love that. That's always a great feature. It's an 07 car, mind you. Practicality wise, not a whole lot of space in the door pockets. You do have 2 little cup holder things here. Nice little traction control off button here. I actually did drive this thing with traction control on, just because, well, you know, it's not my car. The center armrest, kind of a, you know, plastic thing, but it's like a very flat space, so you can't really, it's usable. You can definitely put your phone in there, so that's pretty good. The glove box is a decent size. HVAC works perfectly, so practically it's definitely not bad. It's not the worst sports car in the world. It's just slightly difficult to see out of, but I think this is a little bit better than the C7 Corvette. Does definitely come with that hatchback for sure. Great amount of space for sure for a sports car. I definitely do like that. That's a very intelligent design by their part. They've always been doing that, and owners definitely like it, because you can easily put a golf club set in any Corvette, so that's great. Practical car. And another good thing that I didn't mention during the drive is fuel economy. These things get like 30 mpg out on the highway, because it's a big block V8, a 427 or whatever the hell they call it, and it does get like great fuel economy. Obviously when you pound it all the time, it's not, but because it's a big lazy V8, it does get good fuel economy, and that's primarily because it doesn't have to try that hard. And you have your little speedometer thing here, very just normal looking, but shows you everything, super legible, looks decent. Has little Z06 badges all around, and does have 200 on the dash. I think the top speed on this thing was like 195 miles per hour. So this is, to me, a supercar, and this can be yours. This is not a fantasy. This is not a dream. It's not some $400,000 thing. This is like, you can actually like take a loan out of this, and you can actually put this on your driveway. So that's why I always liked Corvettes, even till this day. You see what they're doing with C8s, you see what they did with the C7s. They've always been great performance bargains in every generation for what they have to offer, either brand new or used. Like, normal humans can aspire to own these things, and that's why I really like it. I'm glad I got to drive the C6, because I really do prefer this. The C7s and stuff like that, they're borderline like race cars now. They're such a rigid chassis that it's taken some soul out of it. Obviously this uses that 7-liter V8, and I love it, so it has a lot more character to it. But more than that, even driving wise, it's a little bit looser. I like that feeling. You know, it's still a rigid chassis, but it's a great sports car, dude. This is one that I would highly consider putting on my own driveway. I've always lusted for these things, and again, like I mentioned, I would take this over to Porsches and stuff like that, mainly because it has a character, and I just personally love the looks of it. So there you go. That's my review on the Z06 C6 Corvette. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found some form of value with it. And again, this vehicle is located at Cary Imports, so you can definitely check out their website, and if you're interested in purchasing it. So there is that. So thank you again for watching this video. Take care, and goodbye.